Welcome students. This is degree second year third semester short story. This is the interpreter of Maldives. This is written by Jhumpa Lahari. Before going to this short story, we have to know about the poetess Neelanjan Sudeshna Jhumpa Lahari, Bengali born on July 11th, 1967, is an Indian American author. Lahari's debut short story collection of melodies 1999 won the 2000 Pulitzer 2008 Pulitzer Prize for Fiction. She was born Neelanjan Sudeshna but goes by her nickname Jhumpa. Lahari is a member of the President Barack Obama. Her book, The Lowland, published in 2013, was a nominee for the Man of Booker Prize and the National Book Award for Fiction. Lahari is currently a professor of creative writing at Princeton University. Before going to this short story, you have to know about our main characters in this story. Mr. and Mrs. Das, wife and husband, their children Ronnie, Bobby, and Tina. Mr. Kepasi, a guide and translator. At the tea stall, Mr. and Mrs. Das bickered about who should take Tina to toilet. Here, bickered means argue about trivial things. Mr. and Mrs. Das are arguing about who should take Tina to toilet. Eventually, Mrs. Das relented when Mr. Das pointed out that he had given the girl a bath the night before. Finally, relented means become less intense or cruelly treat. Mrs. Das relent when Mr. Das pointed out that he had given the girl her bath in the night before. In the rear view of the mirror, Mr. Kapasi watched as Mrs. Das emerged slowly from his bulky white ambassador, dragging her shaved, largely bare legs across the back seat. Watching all this from the rear view of the mirror, Mr. Kapasi is watching what she is doing. Mrs. Das, she is emerged means become known of facts. He should become known of facts. She dragged she dragging her shaved largely. Dragging means pull along with effort. Shaved means cut thin slice from something. She didn't hold the little girl's hand as they walked to the restroom. They were on their way to see the Sun Temple at Konark. It was a dry, bright Saturday, the mid July heat tempered by a steady ocean breeze, ideal weather for sightseeing. Ordinarily, Mr. Kapasi would not have stopped so soon along the way. But less than 5 minutes after he would picked up the family that morning in front of the Hotel Sandy Villa, the little girl had complied. The first thing Mr. Kapasi had noticed when he saw Mr. and Mrs. Das standing with their children under the portico of the hotel was that they were very young, perhaps not even 30. In addition to Tina, they have two boys, Ronnie and Bobby, who appeared very close in age and had teeth covered in a network of flashing silver bags. As they waited at the tea stall, Ronnie, who looked like the older of the two boys, clambered suddenly out of the back skirt, intrigued by a goat tied to a stack in the ground. Don't touch it, Mr. Das said. He glanced up for his paperback tour book, which said India in yellow letters and looked as if it had been published abroad. His voice somehow tentative and a little shrill, sound as though it had not yet settled into the maturity. Here, here tentative, here tentative means distant, not subtle. Still means high pitched and piercing. I want to, I want to give it a piece of gum. The boy called back as he trotted ahead. Mr. Das stopped out of the car and stretched his leg by squatting briefly to the ground. A clean shaven man, he looked exactly like a magnified version of Ronnie. He had a sapphire blue visor and was dressed in shorts and sneakers and a t-shirt. The camera slung around his neck with an impressive telestocons and various buttons and markings was the only complicated thing he wore. He frowned, watching as Ronnie rushed towards the goat, but he appeared to have no intention of intervening. Bobby, make sure that your brother doesn't do anything stupid. I don't feel like that, Bobby said, not moving. He was sitting in front of the seat beside Mr. Capasi, studying a picture of the elephant. Elephant got tapped to the glove compartment. No need to worry, Mr. Kapasi said. They are quite tame. Mr. Kapasi was 46 years old, with receding hair that had gone completely silver, but his butterscotch complexion and his unlined brow, which he treated in the spare moments to dabs of the lotus oil balm, read it easily to imagine what he must have looked like at an earlier age. He wore grey trousers and a matching jacket, style shirt, tapered at the waist, with short sleeves and a large pointed collar, made of a thin but durable synthetic material. He had specified both the cut and the fabric to his tailor. It was his preferred uniform of giving uh, tours because it didn't get crushed during his long hours behind the wheel. Through the windshield, he watched as Ronnie circled around the goat, touched it quickly on its side, then trotted back to the car. You left India as a child, Mr. Kapasi asked when Mr. Das had settled once again into the passenger seat.